All right, number 13, we're going to find the area. So here we have a triangle, and so if you think of a triangle, we know that the area of a rectangle is the base times the height, and so that would be, if we actually had a rectangle, well, that would be this formula. But we don't have that, we have a triangle, and you can see that this triangle is half the area of a rectangle, and so that's where our formula comes from. So you just got to be careful because you're going to have some extra numbers. So we just need two things. We need the base and we need the height. The height is always going to be attached to that right angle symbol. So where you see this, that's where your height's going to be. So our height's going to be 7. So it's just going to be 1/2 of 24 times 7. And so half of 24 gives us 12. And 12 times 7, again, if you don't know what it is, just come off to the side and multiply. Gives us 84. So our area is going to be 84 units squared. Okay, for 14, just finding the area of the triangle. 1/2 base times height. So all we're trying to do is figure out what number to use for the base. So that's going to be that 26. The height. So from wherever you see this right angle, attached to that will be the height. So our height is 8. So it's just going to be 1/2 of 26 times 8. So half of 26 is 13. And 13 times 8. So 8 times 3 is 24. 8 times 1 is 8, plus 2 is 104. So our area is going to be 104 units squared. Alright, so now for number 15, we're going to find the area of the trapezoid. Now this is the one formula you don't have to have memorized. So I'll write this one on the board. It's 1/2 of our first base plus our second base times our height. So here, our first base, let's go ahead and call it 8. Our second base goes all the way across. And then our height is going to be 4. Now there should be a little right angle there, but there's not, so it's 4. Okay, so let's start plugging these in. So our first base is 8. Our second base, it doesn't make sense to say that this long green side is just 6. So you have to bring this 8 down here. So now from here to here is 3, plus 8 is 11, plus 3 is 14. And then we said our height is 4. Alright, so let's do what's inside the parentheses first. 8 plus 14 gives us 22. And then now let's do half of 22, which gives us 11. And then 11 times 4 gives us 44. So our area is 44 units squared. Right, for 16, it's telling us that the area is 42, and we want to find what B is. So we look at the shape. It's a triangle, so we write down our formula for the area of a triangle. They tell us that the area is 42, so we're going to put a 42 on the left side. 1/2, and so we just need two numbers. We need our base, which we don't know, so that's going to be B, and we need our height, which is 6. All right, so now let's deal with this. And with multiplication, you can switch the order. And so I'm going to write 6 times my base. And that way now I can do half of 6, which is 3. And so now it's 3b. And now I just divide both sides by 3. And so see how many times 3 goes into 42. Bring the 2 down. 3 goes into 12 4 times. So 3 goes into 42 14 times. That means our base is 42. I gave you a unit, so that means our B is going to be 14 meters.